It never ceases to amaze me. Every week, we got lies, we got tantrums, we got a fake ultrasound story, and we have the broke, poor, and entitled. See, all that happened during this episode. Let's get it poppin'. My channel says here, let's get it popping. Let's just dive right in. I don't have time to go into a long stretch. Hey y'all, I hope y'all are doing okay. Shante and True. I'm about tired of y'all. Okay, I'm about tired of y'all, child. Now, True, he slept on the couch, okay, because he don't know how to make no omelet. All right, and plus he's been cutting the shine. So Shante said, okay, I forgive you for right now. You stay on the couch. You're not going to blow up my back. So Shante and True had this contrived conversation about her going to the ultrasound because she's having twins. And she is so many weeks pregnant. Time to go to the ultrasound and let's get it popping. But she says, oh no. Okay, you can't go with me. You can't go with me inside. Because, see, you have to prove yourself to me. And you really haven't. Because, see, I'm still thinking about how you can just get up and leave and not say a word. So, I'm going to need for you to stay in the car. Now, you can drive me there. But you can't go inside. Now, I'm looking at this. And I'm looking at True's face, and I'm listening to Shante, and I'm thinking to myself, ain't no way. There is no way that True would sit there if this wasn't a reality show. I don't know of any man who would sit there and be like, oh, you don't want me to go inside for your ultrasound? Bet. I'm going to drive you there and then sit on the hood of the vehicle like some child and wait outside. True, why are you sitting on hoods of a car like a 5-year-old? I was waiting for him to pull out a lollipop or a Capri Sun. Grow up. So I'm thinking to myself now, this don't even sound right. So True, he says that he went along with it, okay? But see, this is the only time. Because in the future, I will be going to the ultrasounds. And so Shante said, well, you're not in any position to tell me what you're going to do after the way you've been acting. So True was like, watch. So they get to the doctor's office or wherever they went for the ultrasound. And immediately, I knew someone right. Just by the way Shante was acting. So she walks in, and the people was just like, oh, hi, hi, hi. The people had never seen this woman before. Or it was, the interaction was off. Because I'm thinking to myself, now, if this is your doctor's office that you've been going to, they would be like, oh, hey, Shante, or hey, Mrs. Whatever, how are you? It was nothing like that. See Shante walking around in slow motion. Wandering around like this is the first time she ever been there. Apparently it was. And then she said she was feeling lonely. And then she said she was feeling lonely. And she hated that True was not in there with her. That she wanted True to be part of this ultrasound. So I'm sitting here looking at that, and I'm like, well, True's just outside on the hood of the car. Tell him to come inside. Problem solved, right? But oh no, she didn't do that. She tells the people, oh, I want True or whomever to be part of this, so, you know, I'm leaving. And so she leaves. And I thought, born at night, not last night. And then, lo and behold, this is what Shante said on her social media. STFU, all capital letters, run on sentences, no punctuation. Spoiler alert, in real life, we found out together. Now shut the F up. I'm tired of y'all. This shit is TV. That's what she put. So, of course, somebody responded and said, so why didn't you let him in with you when you did the ultrasound? Ding, ding, ding. She says, they did it behind True's back, knowing he didn't want it on TV, exclamation point. So we just decided not to do it just for their rating with being the first twins on the show. That wasn't my doctor, just a place they picked. You couldn't pay me enough to be on a reality TV show. You could not pay me enough. So this is supposed to be a reality television show. And Shante is saying the producers of the show said, you know what? You having twins. Let's spike up the ratings. Let's go ahead and Google. And then you just show up there. It made no sense. It was horrible. Horrible. I knew from the jump something wasn't right. And Shante just proved it. Fake ass storyline. So after that, it's time to go back to the house, and her kids and her grandkids are coming over for game day. But see, True has not been honest with her, because see, True, y'all remember when True first got out and he was all nonchalant about his probation? He was cool with it. He didn't have no worries. Well, that's done bit him in his butt, because now the probation officer want to have a good old talk with him because of his address. And so True is under the assumption that he may be violated. He may be going back to prison or jail. Who knows? But he hasn't told Shante that. But he riding around with 2 watches on the hood, sitting on the hood of a car. Not working at a casino gambling. Side hustle. So it's the game night. Everybody's having a good time. And then here comes the best friend. Hey, girl. The best friend said, you got a job? Honey, she came in hot. You got a job? And so True was like, I'm at the casino. You got a job? I'm at the casino. Is that a job? I'm at the casino. Do you file taxes? I'm at the casino. Do you clock in? Negro. You ain't working. You're gambling. He could have said, now one time did I hear him say, I work at the casino. I work there. Or are you gambling at the said casino? So she was like, man, True ain't about shit. True ain't about shit. True ain't working. The only thing he gonna do is hurt Shantae's feelings. That's it. This is not gonna work out. This is a mess. And now here she is pregnant and he ain't got no job. He down there at that good old casino. My thing is, what money you using if you're gambling? The money that you saved up for, True. So here he is dropping the bomb. And he tells Shante the night before that he needs to go see his PO 5 hours away, and he would like for her to join him. Did you see her best friend? Her homegirl was like, so here's Shante heeing and hawing instead of saying, no, I'm pregnant with your children. I have children. I have a job. I have grandbabies. And I ain't got time to be dealing with you when you wait the night before. Here's True. I got the hotel. I'll pay for the hotel. I just need for you to be there for me. So here is Shante. Okay. So Shante drives her car. He's driving his car going 90 on the freeway. And can I just say, are these people allergic to seat belts? Not one time did I see a seat belt. And he's flying up the road. So here's Shante done rearranged her whole life. She done had to get people to make sure her kids is okay. She had to rearrange stuff for her job. She's pregnant. She had to make sure that the household is all right just so she can follow True 5 hours away just to make sure or to see if he's going to get locked up or not. You out your damn mind. It'll be a cold day. So here's True. He done made it to the place. He's 20 minutes ahead of Shante. He's on the phone talking to one of his friends. And him and the friend meet up, talking about, a coat. And then, did y'all hear a kiss? Now, I didn't see it, but it sounded like it was some slurping. So then the producers are just like, what in the world? And so True is like, oh, Shante knows that I have friends. If that's the case, why did you lie to her? Talking about he missed the wrong exit. It was dark and he couldn't see. Just a liar. And here Shante is moving pillar to post just to follow behind him to see his probation. And then here's Shante talking about, it ain't my world, it's True's world. Oh my God. Now she says that she is 17 weeks pregnant or how many weeks pregnant. And she said that she has a planned C-section. What was it, y'all? In July? Let's move on. Julian, bring your stupid ass over here. Now, last week, you was telling Christine that you needed a 2-income household and that Christine needs a job. And I'm thinking to myself, right, exactly right. I gave Christine down the road, child. And here you are, making me defend Christine. And for that, kick hot rocks. So here is Julian and Christine. Christine says that she lives on the 3rd floor of the house. The 3rd floor means attic. And can y'all believe this? She stays up in the attic, the 3rd floor for hours at a time when his children are there. She has yet to meet the kids, but she's upstairs. How creepy is that? Kids running around having fun, and there's this grown-ass woman in the attic folding clothes. Creepy and weird. And Julian is justifying this, and she's accepting of it. So the kids ain't seen her, okay? And so the baby mom, the mother of their children, he finally told her, and guess what she did? She Googled it, and she's not happy. She says, I don't know who this woman is. This woman better not be nowhere near my children. Period. Now, he told the mother of his children he was dating her. I don't think he told her that she was living there. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. So here is Christine. Christine feels the kind of way with being up in the attic, not meeting the children. She can only come out at night or whatever the rules are to this ridiculous relationship. And so she's telling Julian that it's not right. Nothing is right about this. And she has already said that she feels like Julian isn't telling her the whole story. Why are you hiding me? What is the problem here? Okay? So here's Julian, heeing and hawing, making excuses. And then Julian come talking about he got to go to work. Child, come to find out Julian got laid off. Okay. I will say this. Julian got laid off, but he is trying to get another job. He is interviewing for, other things. I will give you that. But when you was raking Christine through the coals for not having a job, and then when you got laid off, you should have told her. Because guess what, y'all? Christine got her a job. She sure did. She's working at some good old restaurant. As a hostess, waitress, or whatever she's doing, she working. She's pulling her weight. It's a whole bunch of fill-in, okay? Because she's talking about her kids and how he's high and stuff. He's riding around in his car doing interviews during Zoom. So she's talking to her co-workers and they want to go out and have a drink. He's sitting outside. She said, let's have a drink. And he was like, oh, no, you go ahead. I got to get the kids up in the morning. I got to see the kids and I got to get ready for this interview. She said, interview? And he was like, yeah. So she was like, wait a minute. What are you talking about an interview? Why are you interviewing? You already got a job. What are you interviewing? And she was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Some ain't right. So he's busted. So he tells her that he don't have a job. For a week. It's been a week and he ain't got no job. He's been laid off. Can I move on? And side note, Christine, I'm going to need for you to stop wearing that Claire's choker. Okay? It is too tight. It is cutting into your neck, girl. Why are you walking around here with that too small choker? And I know it came into a 3-pack at the good old Claire's. Child, I'm tired of them, y'all. Can we move on? Sure we can. Next. Joey, and Kim. Boy, Joey got the boy, oh boy, Joey. The audacity of it all. The nerve of it all. Are you kidding me with this? Not only does Joey not have a job, not only is Joey out here riding and driving in the vehicle he didn't pay for, not only is Joey out here meeting his homeboys, not only is Joey out here spending Kim's money, but the entitlement and the audacity of how he's doing it. Straight to her face. So we have Joey. Joey says that he got to get tires to the vehicle. And those two boys are just exhausted. They are kicking his tail. See, he ain't used to taking care of children. And him putting out their clothes or making sure that they're fed or bathing and washing them is exhausting to him. He ain't never did nothing like this before and he's tired. You wasn't tired when you was out there still. You wasn't tired when you was out there being a low-budget, country-ass street pharmacist. Oh, that wasn't exhausting. Or you went out and you wasn't tired when you was out there getting high. Oh, but taking care of two small boys, it's just gonna wreck your nerves. So Joey goes to get some ties, of course on Kim's dime. And Kim come talking about, remember the budget. Honey, he looked right dead at that, was like, yeah, right, okay. So he goes to good old Greensboro, North Carolina. I said not Greensboro. Not to the Greens, to the Borough. So he goes to Greensboro. He meet up with his homeboys. And he goes and gets tires. But see, he needed rims. Not just any rims, some 3-spoke or 3 whatever. Fancy little rims. $2,200. He don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but he's going to make sure that he has $2,200 rims and tires on that vehicle. Just so he can look good for the kids at the elementary school when he pick up the boys. This boy is a whole fool. He's eating sponges and drinking glue. Kim, I would be embarrassed to have that man on my arm. I would be bewildered to know that this is the man that I want to marry and choose to have this man as the father of my children. So here he is talking to his friends how much he loves Kim. And he was like, listen, she gonna know, but oh well, what's she gonna do? Okay? That's basically what he said. He don't care anything about her feelings. He don't care nothing about the finances, just as long as he can get what he wants. This MFer had the audacity to come out of his mouth and say that he haven't gotten anything for himself for a while and he deserves to get something good for himself. Mother freaker, you got freedom, you son of a bitch. That was your good to yourself. Freedom. You got a roof over your head. You got a bed to lay in. You got a free vehicle. And you out here saying that you needed to do something good for yourself? Stop on shard glass. So then he's texting an ex. And ex wants to get with him. And ex has been texting him. And he's telling his friends, yeah, I'm talking to her, but I thought that she was going to tell me, good, I'm glad you're out. And she wants me. Who are these women of Eden that's running around here ready to risk it all for Joey? So then his homeboy was like, now this ain't the Joey I know, honey. The Joey I know, honey, would have been slanging and langling. Okay? And Joey is probably leading her on a little bit. Of course he is. Because why is he even acknowledging this? Blocker. You are so in love with Kim and you're carrying on this with the ex. Talking about y'all was toxic together. Absolutely ridiculous. So he gets back. Okay? He chilling. Kim comes home, I assume work, and she sees those $2,200 rims. She says, oh no, I know he didn't. So she walks in, she said, you supposed to have got tires. Straight out jump. He was like, I did get to. She says tires, $500. I told you there was a budget. Well, they were $2,200, okay? The tires was $500. The rims were $1,700. Oh well. So Kim says, we got our engagement party. We have the kids. I have the wedding. Do you care about anything like that? I want to get a dress for the engagement party. You act like you don't even care. He was basically, I don't. He says, I don't care nothing about that party. I don't care nothing about that dress you're wearing. We can just go down to the courthouse. You're the one that's worried about it. And then she says, what? She says, I want it to be nice. I wanted to, for us to have nice things. And then here you are spending this money. She says she is bleeding money. And she said, you're going to give me that debit card. Kim, when I tell you he no longer would have a truck, and when I tell you those tires would have went back, and the rims, I would have went down there to Moses Tire Shop and got them for $400. So then he looks at her and then he's fine fussing, talking about, well, you're the one that wants all this. I don't want anything. The only thing you're doing is bitching about it. Oh,
I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch.
Exited my house. He would have exited my house. You have caused me nothing but stress and turmoil and now debt, more debt. And you don't care anything about me or these boys. You are acting like a child. You're selfish, you're entitled, and here you are saying I'm bitching about it. After what I have done for you, you can take your feet to the street. But oh no, she turns around, she walks off, and she's fussing. Meanwhile, he is making whole potatoes in a bowl of boiling water. Get out my house. See, that's just a tragedy upon this. That's just barbaric within itself. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's move on. Arthur and Hope, child, 10 seconds. Okay? Arthur is going to therapy. He's working on some things, his mental health. And Arthur is a Muslim. And he need to go see his Muslim homeboys. To his Muslim homeboys down there at the good old mosque. And he speaks to an imam. Okay? Now he done brought Hope along with him. So Hope can get familiar and, you know, get a little bit educated on how the women act in this religion. Did you hear what the imam said? The women usually go around back. See, they go around back. They don't walk through the front. But since, you know, they're visiting, it's okay. Now, Hope says that she is, you know, trying to educate herself. She said that she was, you know, brought up Christian. And she said that while in the church, she was SA'd. And so she has this, you know, difference when it comes to religion. All right. And she's not quite sure on how she should go about with the Muslim religion. Islam. Okay? Because, you know, we know that, you know, Hope likes to wear some tight clothing and revealing clothing. So she's talking to Imam's better half. Imam's better half is trying to give her, you know, some, you know, advice. So it's time for them to have a night out. They go to a sewing class. Okay? And because we know that Arthur wants to be a fashion designer. Now, Arthur says that he been looking for work. All right? He said, ain't nobody hiring me, child. He says it's a no, 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 no. Well, Arthur, honey, I'm here to tell you, that tattoo on your forehead is not going to help the process. I'm just saying. I mean, you at least you are trying to find a job. And so Hope says that she's been carrying everything. She's been taking care of everything. She's been taking care of him. But see, Hope says that she wants a proper engagement. That's what she said. She said, I want to be, you know, engaged to. We're going to get married. You're going to, you know, get on bended knee. He said, no, that ain't going to happen. He said, we are engaged. We got engaged in prison. She said, it's not the same thing. He said, well, it's going to have to work. She said, now wait a minute. You were in a toxic relationship with your ex. And you all over social media. And you were on bended knee with her. But you can't do the same with me. And I'm taking care of you. And he was like, yeah, it wasn't the same. Look how long we lasted. See, that wasn't real. That was fake. What we got is real. And what you going to get is what you got in prison. I ain't getting on bended knee. I said, oh, Arthur. I said, oh, no. Arthur, you can't get down on your knee and give her a proper proposal, child. Like, what's really going on? He said, not gonna happen. So then Arthur said, she pissing me off because the reason why she ain't gonna get no proper proposal and I'm not getting down on my bended knee is because she's walking around here acting brand new. She's keeping me a secret from her family. She ain't even told them about me. And she expect me to get on bended knee and propose to her properly? How about introducing me to your family instead of hiding me from it? And I was like, ho? I mean, if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck. I hope you got to give me something to work with. I mean, when he said it like that. So, child, that's Hope and that's Arthur. Can we move on? Oh, yes. Let's move on. Last and most definitely least, let me ask y'all a question. Z and Troy. Let me just say this. If roles were reversed and we seen Troy react to Z the way that Z reacted to Troy in this episode, what do you think would have happened? I'm just asking a question. Now let's get into it. Z is having a nuclear meltdown. She is irate. She is screaming like a banshee. She is out of it. Okay? All because the baby mama knows some information about what she has done. Now, see, Z, let me ask you a question. Why are you really upset? Because, see, last week I said, why is she mad? Like, why is she so upset? And then we find out. See, there's 3 reasons why Z is upset. 1, because the baby mama knows some information about her. 2, is because she claims that Mama Karen already knew the information, but now Mama Karen is acting brand new like she didn't. And 3, it was all on television. Well, like I said last week, and I've been saying, you invited her. See, you invited Mama Karen for the television show. And Mama Karen brought the shenanigans. And now you mad. I have such a visceral reaction. I knew something had to have gone on. And then Mama Karen was just like, oh, so here's the baby mama is saying that you had somebody up in this house, that you cheated. And let the games begin. So yes, Z cheated on Troy while he was in prison. Okay, she said that her and this guy met up and there were some feelings. They were intimate. And that was that. She said she let Troy know. Troy forgave her. And he moved on. She thought that it was squashed. Not to be heard of again. Definitely not for it to be coming out of the baby mama's mouth. That's why she's mad. But see, this is my thing, Z. And this is just in my opinion. If I cheated on my husband while he was incarcerated and he forgave me, no way in hell I would react this way. I definitely wouldn't talk to him this way. You are screaming and yelling at the top of your lungs. The neighbors can hear you. You're running away animals with this childish behavior because you didn't want this on television. It made you look bad, and now you're embarrassed. You should be. The way you're acting is embarrassing. Troy's been out for 3 days. He done walked 6 miles. And now he's back. Mama Karen. Now, I don't know what type of gummies she got. She looks disheveled. She looks tired. Her braids is all over her head. The track suit's open. Her boobies are out. Bra showing. I said, oh my God, get her some water. And so she's trying to talk to Z. Z was like, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're playing both sides. You're lying. You're talking to Yana, acting like you don't know anything about it when you knew about my infidelity because you were telling Troy to stay with me. So why you acting brand new now? Because you're embarrassed it's on television. So here comes Troy. Now, Mama Karen done had all she could have, honey. She looks tired, disheveled, and bewildered. So here comes Troy. And here's Mama Karen. Where the F have you been? Here is. And here's Z. Z is still screaming. Don't you effing come in here. Get the F up out of my house. Get out. She opens up the door. Her pants are undone. You can see her underwear. She throws the ring out, slams the door. Producers are trying to talk to her. Troy is trying to talk to her. Then she is screaming, get the F in here. Get the F in here, Troy. Shut the F up. Get the F in here. Oh my God. She's losing it before our eyes. I said, oh my God. At that moment, I wanted Troy to look at his mother and say, we're leaving. It's done. Turn the cameras off. We're leaving. We're not putting up with this. I'm not putting up with this. So let me ask that question again. What if the roles were reversed? What if Troy was standing there screaming and yelling and belittling Z before our eyes? What do you think would happen? So Z is still screaming, talking about, you know what the F you did? You know what the F you did? Now Troy was like, what are you talking about? I didn't say that you did. Your mama out here talking about she didn't know she did know. I told you I did not want this on television. I did not want this on television. She is going off. She done tossed out her microphone and all that. I thought it was her ponytail that she threw out the door. I was like, yes. Okay. Maybe the reason why you're going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Z, is because that ponytail's too tight. She was manic. She was ridiculous. And she needed a timeout. Because, see, that's where you put children when they throw a tantrum. In timeout. And just for the sheer fact that Troy didn't go off on her, that says something about Troy. I mean, I just cannot believe this. And how they talk to each other. I mean, just the way Z was talking to him blows my mind. I just cannot imagine standing in front of my man's face and saying, F you, get the F out. Get in here, get the F in here, F you. Honey, when I tell you he would make a pivot and I would never hear from him again. Ever. And see, if the roles were, reversed and he was screaming at me like that, I would be afraid. I would be like, where is this coming from? Why are you talking to me like this? It's the energy that you give out. Anyway, y'all, the behavior was so astounding. And it says a lot. So, anyway, that's it, y'all. That is it for the recap of Love After Lockup. To my new subscribers, welcome to the family. And y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye.